Podcast. Jebuth.
What do you ask yourself when alone? What are the answers that you want to really know? And how do you present those questions in order to get the answers? Can you just accept that there really is stuff that is unsolvable, unanswerable, and no need to really know? Because if you take yourself minus every other person who's ever existed since the beginning of time, they didn't get those answers either. Is it selfishness to really want those answers? Obviously, those answers can come about at some other date and time. But if for whatever reason they are unsolvable, cannot be answered, and you will never get that information, how do you put that away to the side and go forward? You feel unfair about it. You think it's unfair. Oh, woe is me. I get everything from fast internet to phone calls in my pocket to any food I want, stuff delivered to my front doorstep, free shipping on packages to my house, got a car to drive to the store. But what does tomorrow entail? When is the expiration date? If you had that date that you would expire, what difference would you make in the immediate moment? Would you call certain people and let them know goodbye? Do you ever envision a bed that you're in, but it's the last one? It's over. You know it's over. And you're in that bed. And somehow you pray that it's not a sterile environment and you're not alone. And whoever's in charge of whatever's going on is kind and gentle and understands your place in the end of the race. What do you want at that moment? Do you want to look back and be like, yes, we did, completed. Oh, I forgot to do that. Oh, I should have did this. I should have signed that. I should have put that into the forefront. Does that ever matter? Do you even matter? I want to say yep. I want to say there are absolutely things that you have to do before you get to that moment. Do you know what those things are? Maybe a little bit. Maybe you will uncover them as you go forth in life. Maybe you will not understand. Maybe when the lights are out, this life's over. At that point, you really get answers. Or you just turn off like smashing a frog or a snail. I don't think I've ever smashed a frog, but definitely a few snails. It just crunches and boom. Do they have a soul? I guess so. Does the cucaracha have a soul when you spray it with Raid? Or is it just over? And if it's just over for them, is it just over for you? Or is it just over for them and then you're just so cool that you get more after it's over? What if you could prolong that? Good health, exercise, mobility. Is it worth it? Do you want to die broke? Do you want to work your whole life and feel like you just wasted your whole time in that work zone to get to where you're at, to still be in that sterile environment on a bed with somebody who's not very gentle? Can you change the outcome of what should already happen and do something today that'll make that different in the future? Why does milk spoil? But at the same time, so do people. So do attitudes. So does health. So do relationships. So does work. Podcast. Jebuth.